Alright, looks like now we are live, so hello everybody, I am Joe Senpai, and here with me is also Diego Lasso, and first of all I need to clarify something. This was gonna be a race against Uncle Gothic, as I am a staff member from SpeedGaming Español, the Hispanic division of SpeedGaming, and Dunkel is a staff member from SpeedGaming Portuguese, the Portuguese community of SpeedGaming, but unfortunately he wasn't able to do the race at the last moment due to IRL issues. So shout out to Diego Lasso who accepted the last moment invitation so we can handle this as a race. And well, also Diego is a staff member from the Hispanic SpeedGaming community, so this is gonna be an interesting, kind of friendly race between SpeedGaming Español staff. So hello everybody. Well, I'm just gonna wait until Diego is ready, as I think he was practicing.
Okay, I will restart the game.
And I just have not on my controller to turn it off, so that's interesting. And it was due to inactivity, so it's not so bad. But anyways, are you ready to start?
Let me 1 second. I need to see the chat.
Okay. So while Diego works around in some stuff before we can start, I can make a small introduction about the game. This is the first Kirby game released in 1992 for the Game Boy, and it was a game mostly made in a way that the people were able to reach the ending of the game and they can see the credits, as back in the day in HAL Laboratory, people thought that not so many people were able to complete games due to their difficulty, so they decided to give a pretty chill and entertaining video game that were able to complete with the problem. So once you complete the game, you get an additional code where you unlock the extra mode of the game, where the real challenge begins, because everything changes abruptly and turns into something really difficult. But also something that I need to mention is that on this game, Kirby cannot copy abilities. We're used to see him copying abilities, but he's not able to do that on this game. So if you haven't seen this game before, you are gonna feel this a bit weird. But anyways, are you ready yet, Diego?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm gonna be commentating most of the race. This isn't gonna be a problem for me because unfortunately our commentator also got sick. What a nice combination of events. But we're ready to start. Yeah. Also, shoutouts to Owline. She was gonna comment the raid, but she got sick, so he was not able to come here. So let's make a countdown from 3. So 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, we start on Ring Rings. This is the first stage of the game, a pretty simple one. And as many other 2D platforming games, we're going from point A to point B, in this case going from the left to the right. And as I have mentioned before, Kirby cannot copy abilities, but he can swallow enemies. He can and use them as projectiles only. And we start with our first mini-boss, which is Poppy Bros, and there's a 50-50 chance we can get a bad pattern with the RNG. Looks like both Diego and I got the good pattern, and the bad pattern, he simply is gonna begin jumping randomly after we perform the second hit, and usually that's like the first reset point you will have in this game when you begin running it. So as many other Kirby games, the plot of the game is that simply King Dedede stole all the food from Dreamland, and obviously Kirby is not happy with that, so he's gonna defeat him, so all the food will be back for the people who is here. And now we began with the first boss fight of the game, and also from almost every Kirby game, which is Wispy Woods. We're gonna be pretending that we are Sir Isaac Newton, because we're gonna need to use this apple that are gonna be falling from Wispy Woods and use them as projectiles. 6 hits and we're done, and that's everything. And I don't know why I forget that I needed to catch that Tsar once I defeated Whispy. So now we begin with Castle Lololo, and what Diego has made there was a small mistake that it's kinda common sometimes, because you have the mic there. That's one of the few abilities you can use in the game, but that's something not useful here, and it doesn't matter if you don't try to swallow it, because once you touch it, Kirby by default is gonna get it. And also it's not so good to try to avoid it flying, because on that section flying is slow, so we just prefer to go straight and jump and go to the door, and that's everything. And with that we get rid of the microphone without using it. So now you're gonna see that our strats are gonna slightly change, because Diego is gonna go for a kinda advanced strat called Hurricane, or well, I just invented that name, but it's something related with the curry, which is a power-up that you have in the game. Okay, I was fine there. So we are here against Lololo and La, and the way we're gonna be defeating these guys is that you need to hit them 3 times, each of them, and you are done. But with the curry strat that Diego used, if he's fast enough, what he can do is simply just to go and attack directly both Lololo and La. And I don't know why I decided to swallow that block against La. So that's gonna make me lose a little amount of time, but we can see differences right now on the route as Diego began on Float Island, which is the 3rd stage of the game. And well, I don't have so much things to say. Also, we have that bomb that is another power-up, pretty useless for the run, to be honest. So I think that I have like 30 seconds without nothing to say, so if the host wanna make any announcement related to the event, this is gonna be a good moment for it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pretend that I'm getting focused just to make people don't think that I run out of words to say.
Oh, no worries. No donations right now, but I do want to remind everyone this is for No Kid Hungry. So if you type !NKH in chat, you will get all the links to our charity sponsor, as well as the incentives, the prizes, as well as all the donations. So be sure to click that and donate if you're able. Also, be sure to spread the word and send other people over here. We have a weekend-long worth of great runs, including more Kirby after this. So yeah, stick around.
Now we go into the boss fight that pays. Well, Diego is close to start, and this is Kabula. On this boss, we get this kind of weird balloon that is gonna make Kirby being able to fly all the time, while being able to blow some air. And this is gonna be the way that we're gonna be defeating Kabula. Kabula is gonna try to shoot some cannonballs. It can be 1, it can be 3 in a row. And we try to have as much health as possible, to be as close as possible to Kabula, to being able to defeat it quick, as you have seen in both screens. And now Diego has began action at Bobby Cloud. This is the last stage of the game before we began with the refights, and probably this is like the stage where a lot of things are gonna be changing in the game, because we began seeing RNG stuff. We're gonna be seeing RNG stuff with the last boss of the song, which is gonna be against Krakow. Okay, I'm not having good inputs here. I made a small misinput that slowed me a little bit, but I think it's still being fine. Also, on the other side, he's having some issues. So for this stage, we try to be with. We're gonna be trying to be with as much health as possible for the last boss, just to be a bit safe. Because I don't know if Diego's gonna try to make a manipulation there, so I was close to die on the most dumbest way possible. Well, we're gonna be seeing that kind of things when we reach the last boss. So here, the only thing we're gonna be doing is that we're gonna be using these enemies to attack other ones, or also to try to be as safe as possible, to try to keep as much health as we can. But obviously I'm failing on this. And we are at the mid-boss fight, which is Krakow Jr. The pattern of this guy is the same. So 3 hits and we're done. And then we enter into the next screen where Diego is that he hasn't got a visual glitch there. I'm gonna try to get it there just for swag points. It doesn't help or into the game, but it's something cool to watch. Also, there are some tomatoes here and some items that help you to... Okay, I also failed into getting the glitch, unfortunately. But the glitch was basically to have Kirby in the background. So we have some stuff that helps us here to refill our health. I'm gonna get this bottle that is gonna give me just 2 pieces of health, as is the most fastest one that I have, or well, the closest one that I have here to don't lose so much time trying to get it. This is mostly for sameness purposes. And now this is string with a curry that it simply makes no sense for me why the developers decided to have something like this in the game. And let's talk about Krako as Diego is here. So Krako, it's a full RNG boss. The only thing we want with him is that he began throwing us some waddle doos, as we can use them as projectiles to make him damage. But sometimes this guy, Kabula, is gonna simply move from the left to the right. He's gonna throw some beams, as you are seeing right now in both screens. And so we just simply wanna get on it. Okay, you can see that Diego got a pretty good RNG. Unfortunately, I'm not having good RNG because all the time Krako is throwing beams and he's not giving me any enemy. What RNG is this? What am I having the... Oh god, please give me at least a single enemy. Dude, this bastard is not giving me enemies. What the heck is this RNG? Finally, I got one. But definitely this...
has to dance against the enemy. So
Yeah,
you can throw the well, dude.
Probably this is one of the worst RNG patterns I have got against him. I just need to make another 3 hits, but as we can see, he's not cooperating with me, so I'm just gonna try to command what does Diego doing. So now Diego is a mounted D, which we're gonna be having some refights against different bosses. We used to start first with the Lololo and La 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 refight, as that's the closest to door that you have once you arrive on this stage. And then the routes can change slightly depending on how people prefer to do this. In this case, as we are seeing this, Diego went directly against Krako once he defeated La 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 La. In my situation, I prefer to go against first versus Kabula. Because I used to receive more damage against Kabula rather than with Krako. Plus, at the same time, Diego made a small glitch there to save 1 second, which was a damage boosting and nice way to miss a hit. So what does Diego made before entering to this stage was that before the door that where we're gonna be facing the bosses here, there's a spiny enemy that which touch them is gonna be, if we touch it, it's gonna be an insta kill. But if you find something else that you can use to receive damage, you can simply avoid that enemy and enter into the door. That saves 1 second, so it's really good that Diego tried to do that. It's a good way to showcase that strat on a marathon. Depending on some stuff, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna be able to do it or not.
I have again a good pattern against Krako. That was sick.
Okay, let's see how my Krako is gonna be there, because he was not good on the main fight. So let's see how on the refight everything's gonna go. Okay, this is so bad. I just have 2 pieces of health.
Krako.
And I decided to make the glitch, and I just have a single piece of health, so I need to be as careful as possible. I don't know why I decided to do it. It's been a long time since I have done that, so... Oh well, means I guess. It has been a long time since I have seen Krako going from the left to the right without going to the floor. Come on! I got a delayed input. Well, I died here. I knew that performing the glitch was gonna be a bad idea, but I simply decided to do it. But, well, now Diego is against King DDD. Full RNG pulse also. It has 10 pieces of health. So the way that we're gonna be defeating him is just waiting for an attack that give us some stars. In this case, we want the hammer. We want that he jumps and stomps on the floor because that also releases stars. That are the main attacks we want. We don't want the other one that simply are troll or can make us lose health and also more time. And well, that was time for Diego. The time finishes once you give the last hit to DDD.
This is a good trying for a guy who didn't practice in 8 months. He didn't practice the game in 8 months. So this is a very good time.
And I'm just gonna go against Whisper Roots. GG's, Diego. Yeah, Diego is one of the top runners of the game also, so that's a good signal that he has a really big abilities on this title. I don't remember which was my place, but my PB is at 12:27 if I remember correctly, or 12:37. I don't remember exactly, but it's something like that. Let's see if I can finish under the estimate. Honestly, I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's see what happens. So now I'm against DDD, and I began with 2 good attacks. The RNG that I got in bot Krakow was really bad. That was what made me lose time. The first dead at Krakow wasn't something that made me lose so much time, but in this case, what affecting me was the RNG that I got in bot Krakow. More than the first one, that was really awful. And also,
Last life we have a lot of good players on that tournament. I think the most players of that tournament is now the top 10, and they have good manipulation for that top 10. I think my run is the most faster without manipulation. I have a lot of luck in that run, but yeah. It's a good moment to say we have improved a lot of time with this game in the last year.
Yeah, definitely the tournament was like a good motivation for the people to be back in the game, and also a lot of new stuff was discovered, so shoutouts to that tournament on Edge of Life, and also that's time on my side. It has been a long time since I have got a 14 on this game, but definitely I was not expecting to get a really awful RNG as the one that I got in bot Krakos. But well, we have ended up with the race here, so Kirby's Dreamland, we defeated DDD. Now the foot is back on Dreamland, and I think I have nothing else to add. But again, shoutouts to Diego, who accepted on the last moment to be part of this race. So it didn't turn it into a solo run for the marathon. And also shoutouts to Dunkel and Online that unfortunately due to different IRL situations, they were not able to be here for the race. And also if you're looking to learn a new video game, or if you wanna give it a try to speedrunning, it means that if you're not a speedrunner and you're looking for a good game to start with, definitely Kirby's Dream Land is a really good title for this. This is a game that you can complete casually in less than an hour, and without using advanced strats, you can complete your first runs in less than 15 minutes. And I still saying that this is a really good game to begin with speedrunning, or also if you're looking for a short game to run. Once you dominate the game on a specific level, it turns into the usual love-hate situation with speedrunning, like Diego mentioned before the race, that he loves and hates some stuff with the game, because that's the magic also of the speedrunning. And this was my only run for the marathon, but I'm gonna be helping with the setup of some runs later today and in other days of the marathon. Remember, we are raising money for a good cause, so don't forget to donate some money. And I think that on my side, that's everything. I have nothing else to mention. I don't know if Diego's gonna mention something or if who's gonna mention something also.
No, thanks for watching this race and keep going with the marathon.
Well, that was also everything on my side. I was Fantasma, Good Senpai. Have a nice day, everybody. See you.